Hi. That is my chai latte because it's actually cold today. So I made myself a warm beverage because it'll be 73 tomorrow. So we really got to enjoy the cozy while it's here, hence the beanie. Anyways, does that matter? I don't know. Maybe you care. We're here today though because I wanted to do like a flip through of my Hobonichi. I love end of year. I love collecting stats. I like looking back. I love the nostalgia. I like reviewing. I love end of year. Hate the holidays, but love the end of year and the new year. It's my favorite time, is this little bubble right now into like the first couple weeks of January. Oh, I love it. So since it's my first year of doing Hobonichi, I managed, surprisingly to myself, to fill out nearly every single one of the daily spreads with journaling or to-do lists or thoughts or poems. So I was like, instead of doing a full flip through, because I don't want to wait till next year to do this, I was like, let me put a little question on like my Instagram. The only people who responded were my little sister and my mom, which honestly, that's all that matters. But they gave me dates. They gave me 8 dates. And then I was like, oh, why don't I just use a number generator then for the other 4 months so that I can give you like a single page of my Hobonichi. So that's what we're here to do today. So we've got the list, we've got the Hobonichi, and so let's start. Here we're gonna have, and it's gonna be more honestly of a FaceTime vibe. I'm gonna be honest, that's what I'm gonna rock with because I don't necessarily have the gear to set up for you to hang over something. I don't, and I could attempt to try to figure stuff out, but I just don't think it would be very aesthetic. And I realized that I kind of like the FaceTime vibe. I kind of like pretending you're on my TV and we're just chatting away. So the first date, oop, there goes a fortune cookie, is January 10th, which happened to be my mom's 58th birthday. So you see here, we went to Sur La Table and we took a croissant baking class, and this is just me journaling about the day and how nice it is. Also, fun fact of the day, it's when they let go of Gunther Steiner. If you're into Formula 1, Haas let him go. So essentially, this is just me reviewing my mom's 58th birthday. We went down, and it was me, my little sister, her sister, my aunt, and we did that. We made, what did we make? We made like something with cheese, a regular croissant, like a savory croissant, and then like a little sweet puffin of sorts. Fun fact, when you take the croissant class, they already have the, like, you make a batch. I think honestly they toss it and then they've already made you a batch, so then you, because it has to sit and settle, I think, or set, so then they give you what they already made. So it was fun. And then side by side, January 11th, the day after, my little sister got a flat because we went over something and I was literally like, that sounds suspicious, and we stopped for coffee and she had a flat, and it took 2 hours to get that fixed. Because my brother needed to come, then my mom needed to come because her spare wasn't full of air, so we had to do that. And then my uncle was like, why don't you look into AAA? He was very unhelpful, but he was there for moral support. Next, I have February 17th, so let's flip to that. All right, so February 17th is over here. Yes, so this is day 8 of my trip to Ireland and Scotland. This is our last full day in Dublin, and so I went to the oldest independent indie store like in Ireland. I took a picture of the sphere because there's just, not the spear, the spire, it's just like a giant needle in the middle of Dublin. Why? Couldn't tell you. So it's just a picture of like the waterways. Me and my roommate were there. We went to Howth, H-O-W-T-H. This was the buses. I just thought it was fun because it said sorry. So this was our last full day. It was the only day it rained. I was in Scotland, Ireland for like 9 days, and it only rained on day 8 and for 10 minutes. So that was delightful. Since this is already open, you also have day 7, which is the 16th, which is our trek to Dublin. This is the train from Galway. So we stayed in Galway for a couple of days, and then we trained back into Dublin. And we walked past the Temple Bar. This was the view from our, can you see? This was our view from our hotel room. This has one day because I was watching it and sobbing in the bathroom because I was like, oh, it takes place in Scotland. I've just been there. Let me watch it. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay. Oh, we went to Trinity College, the Book of Kells, and then the like tower. And then next is March 3rd. Let's flip to March 3rd. Oh my gosh, there's the 6th. The 4th. So March 3rd, really nothing's going on here. I went, we'll have to blur that information out. Or maybe if you can't see it. I went and got coffee. My mom got me tulips, so that's how they were looking. Nothing really happened. I just think I was enjoying a Sunday in Houston. And then I think Saturday, oh, over here is just notes of Formula One. So Formula One, this was opening weekend. Max took off and was about 30 seconds ahead of everyone. No one could challenge him. Let's see. Lewis Hamilton had a broken seat. Charles couldn't turn / break the whole race. Yuki dive bombed DR on the cool down, which was wild, because what was the point? LS went off. Oh, Logan Sargent said he couldn't turn his car. Valtteri had a long pit stop because the team messed up the tire somehow. So there's that. Next, we have April 21st. What do we have here? Nothing. I just have what I did that day, which is I went to coffee at LDU. I must have been in Dallas. I did... Oh, I created my therapy PowerPoint. I gave my therapist, after 5 years, all of the lore behind certain things. I did... Oh, I walked on the treadmill. Oh my... I helped Tessa make sloppy joes. We watched Ballads of Songbirds. Did we now? Interesting. And then over here is just me saying that I drove to Dallas, and then I proceeded to read Canto Contigo, which was a very good book about mariachi bands. Well, not about mariachi bands. However, it is two people who are in mariachi and they're competing for like their solo spot, but obviously there's a little love, enemies to lovers / like a tea shot scene. It's very cute. I loved this book. Swallowed it whole. Ugh. Next. Let's see. After April, we have May. May 25th. Beep, 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 beep. So May 25th is, what is it, Memorial Day? But Tessa, my little sister, was in town, so we had chilaquiles from Emma in the Heights. We went to Podium, and I got the Le Mans, which, if you don't know, is a race that takes place over 24 hours. That's what Podium looked like. How fun, right? Can you see the car? And then, oh, we went to Austin Backyard in the Heights. And then on this other page, you can see we hung out with my cousin at somewhere, I think we went vintage shopping somewhere in the Heights, and then Tessa and I played tennis for the first time together in like nearly a decade. It was a fun time. Next, we have June 11th. Boop. Ah, a day with my cousin. Where did we go? Let's see, we got coffee. Oh, look at that. We went to the Nook for coffee. Then we went to an art museum on campus. After that, we went to Kindred Stories and got lunch at the Post. Oh, I had this delicious hot Nashville like sandwich with like kimchi on it. It was so good. I did not know that the Post in downtown is the old USPS building. And then after that, of course, we went to Barnes because we're book girlies. We went to Anvil Cards. We also went Murder by the Book. And then literally I hung out with her till traffic died. But this is, we're on top of the Post. And obviously this is the food I ate. On this side, you have the book that I read, which is Icons and Infernos, which is book 2 in this interconnected like romantasy, mystery, thriller type thing. And it was a good time. And also my to-do list. Yeah, which was literally find a job. Pack cards, finish edit. You know, say. So, that was, what are we on, June? So then we are on July 23rd. Boop, 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 boop. Ah, July 23rd. I really don't think I had anything. It's just I wrote all of my to-do list here. But you can see this neon green drink. That's because me and my friends went to H Mart. Well, there you have it. So, I don't know why, honestly, couldn't tell you. However, they were selling Sour Warhead, like, soda. So we decided to try it. It tasted sickly sweet and not sour at all. Also, this one is Sonia Massey Should Be Alive. And here is just nearly my dump of things I had to do. Like, follow up with DEI, I had look for jobs, update my Hobonichi, edit vlog, fix, oh, my Monsteras, read, plan for my move. Oh, that I'm out of town during a certain time. All these things. Yeah, my little bit of grocery list. So that's that. Not very entertaining, but as you can see, not every day is entertaining. Then I have August 9th. Oh, which right here we have my friend Chelsea and I and her daughter Ayla Lane. I was with my other friend and their baby, and I got a text message saying like she'll be in the town and she'll be in the Heights. So I drove like an hour in traffic to see this girly pop for 45 minutes. That's how much I love her face. But this is just me saying that I got to meet up with her and we took a picture of proof that we saw each other today. And then on this side, oh, this was in the midst. This over here is our maintenance team telling me that the AC is not broken even though it's 91 degrees in my apartment. And that's just how things are when you're on the second floor of an apartment building, as if we don't have our own personalized unit for every single unit in an apartment. Did I have ever told you that my AC was broken for 2 weeks at the peak of the heat this summer? And my apartment complex literally was just like, it's fine. It should be 90 degrees in your apartment. According to the federal law, actually, according to state law, because I don't know what the federal law is, no, it's not. So I closed that as if like I was done, but I'm not. Okay. So after August, we have September 4th. August 4th, I was literally, all I have is that I read Daydream by Hannah Grace. And I gave it 3.7 out of 5. Honestly, that book was okay. It was nothing special, but that's what I read. That's what I did on September 4th is I finished said book. Also over here, on September 5th, Arcane Season 2 trailer officially dropped. And what do I have to say about it? Savika, what are you planning? To watch it all burn. Jinx, me. The way I screamed. Correct, the way I screamed and still screamed the entire time through Arcane. After September, we have October 8th. Let's see. And bump, bump, bump. Absolutely nothing. Couldn't tell you, which I feel like I almost generated. Well, no, this is a date my sister picked, and I almost wanted to generate a different date because it was empty. But I was like, no. I feel like people are intimidated by the daily spreads, and sometimes you really just don't put anything on it. Sometimes you can't even think of anything to put on there, like poem, nothing. I just never came back to it. However, on the 7th, we have a to-do list in lime green, which you can't see, which is literally update my book journal, update Notion, Halloween cards, which I never sent out, sell your books, return your items, clothing for North Carolina. Oh, I was trying to figure out how to send clothes to North Carolina because at this time, like, Milton had happened. Was it Milton that devastated North Carolina? No, it wasn't. It was the one before, Helene. But I couldn't figure it out. They very much said for you to like go in person, but obviously I live in Texas and I can't just go in person to North Carolina. So there was that. Then we have November 28th, which I think my sister didn't realize is in fact Thanksgiving, which is kind of a cop-out because obviously I put something down for Thanksgiving. But I kept it because she participated. So you have the little picture. It's essentially my siblings, my mom, one of my nephews, and as of right now in this moment, my future sister-in-law, because my brother got engaged today. So, oh no, that was just a picture and then a little recap of like how Thanksgiving went and like what we did and how, and like we were talking about our Ireland trip and whatnot, and Tessa made a pecan pie. Quite delightful. And then last but not least, December 8th, which is perfect because it's the end of Formula One season. So as you can see, I have pictures because McLaren, well, it'll focus, or there we go. McLaren won the Constructors. Max won the championship like a race or two ago. Nobody cares. Lewis ended his time with Mercedes. He's moving to Ferrari. What a time to be alive. Here are the other things, the other drama and updates that I kept. Daniel and Logan were dropped mid-season. Hamilton moves to Ferrari. Everyone gasped. That's how we started the season. Wild, wild. Alpine double podium this season. Who would have thought? Not I. Lando won his first race. So did Oscar under controversy, but then proceeded to win another race. So, you know, all is well. Hamilton won his first race after 300 races, and now is the first Formula One driver to, along with so many other things that he's the first for, but the first to have won a race after the 300 mark. And he won technically 2, because the second one he was in second place, but George got disqualified, so he's won 2 this season. And then, oh my god, Bottas and Joe are both no longer part of Sabra, but plot twist that's not on here that I now know is that Bottas is going to be a reserve driver for Mercedes. Wild in time again. Carlos to Williams, which is my sister's favorite driver, and now that Daniel's not there, my second favorite driver has always been Alex Albon. And so our bros are gonna be broing together. It's exciting. Kevin Magnussen not signed. He's out the game. Checo somehow kept his seat. However, he's a goner as of right now. Not when I wrote this, but now we know. See you later, alligator. He will not be in the 2025 race seat as of now. Liam and Franco to fill in for DR and for Daniel and Logan. So Franco filled in for Logan Sargent when they kicked him out, and then Liam filled for DR Daniel Ricciardo like he did last time. Boo. And at this moment, neither one of them were signed. And Liam is officially signed for Red Bull for 2025, which is very interesting because Yuki's just sitting in that junior team for 5 years. Also, I'm not the biggest fan of Yuki, so I could care less. But if you're a Red Bull fan, like a genuine Red Bull fan, I do not understand why you would ever root for that team and the way that they treat those people. I don't know, maybe unpopular opinion, but they're kind of douches. Oof. As someone was like, Red Bull, where you go to, where your dreams come true, but so do your nightmares. Because especially the way that, I've never ranted anywhere because I didn't post it on TikTok. The way that Red Bull let Daniel Ricciardo go at the end of the Singapore race and not a single soul said anything, but he was over there crying throughout the paddock. And I say crying, that sounds dramatic. He was teared up because he knew his Formula One career was ending, and he never got an official send-off. The fans didn't get to say goodbye to him. He didn't have anything. They just dipped. And I just want to say, you know, there was a lot of talk, a lot of smack about Daniel Ricciardo, about, oh, he's washed up, he's nothing. But I just want you to say that Nico Hülkenberg is still around, and he ain't done shit for nobody. So neither has Lance Stroll, okay? Daniel has more wins than Charles Leclerc. Daniel has more wins than fucking Lando Norris. Daniel has more wins than Carlos Sainz. Daniel has more wins than Alex Albon, who in fact has 0, and that's my man's. Who else? Who else shall I go down the list? He has more wins than George Russell. Okay? He is part of what it was like the top 1% of Formula One drivers to have 8 or more wins. I will not hear Daniel Ricciardo slander. Okay, maybe his driving style didn't suit well with the new cars, but don't act like that man was trash when we're sitting here still watching Lance Stroll get a seat because his daddy paid for him. I don't want to hear it, okay? Anyways, I don't know why it came in hot. Nobody cares. Nobody's trying to fight me about Daniel Ricciardo, but I feel as though I must defend that man because I think he got done dirty, and I was really devastated when he went back to Red Bull. So, like, future me coming back to pass me to update that Liam did in fact get the Red Bull seat, which is so stupid because what, they're going to spit him out and they're going to chew him up and spit him out. Also, Max is having a baby. That's not something I included in here. Oh. Maybe, actually. Pause. More of the update. Charles won Monaco, broke his curse, then proceeded to have a curse-filled weekend after that. Adrian Newey left Red Bull to go to Aston Martin. George and Max were fighting. The boys are fighting. Back and forth, like, I wouldn't trust him. He says horrible things. He talks shit. He's a double back. All this stuff. And I said, ooh, can we have a couple more races? I really would love to see you figure this out because I love this. Ocon, fun fact that he didn't even race in Abu Dhabi. They dropped him so that his replacement could race. What a season. I have to say, this is as wild and as honestly like when I got into Formula 1 in 2021. Like, what is happening? Besides the Formula 1 rant I just went on, that is a tiny little flip through my Hobonichi. So, thanks for coming to my TED Talk, y'all. I'm so excited because I was watching people do Hobonichi things and I think I know what I'm going to do. So this is more filled out. And I just thought it would have to be like a schedule. This is obviously, you don't know, this is when I went to Ireland and Scotland. So it's like filled out because I wanted it to be a memory. But now I'm realizing how other people, I see how other people use this and I can't wait to use it in my new one. To have like it all filled out, because also I didn't use this at all. And I realized that people will use this as a habit tracker. So then I went back and I did all the times, like yellow, I was out of town. The green are like the days that I like moved my body with purpose. Let's see, purple are like bigger events. Red is like when I started posting like YouTube videos. And so I realize now that I can totally make this like, partake in this one a whole during the actual year and not like backdate it. So that's fun. I'm looking forward to it. Anyways, I hope you didn't find the FaceTimey experience of it all annoying. Maybe it was annoying. Maybe you would have preferred me to lie this flat and to have spoken to you above. But I'm honest, I don't have the equipment nor really a good setup in which to like dangle my $800 camera in a way for you to have the pleasure of watching this like lie flat. Instead, you'll just have to endure me being like, look guys, here's October 11th and 12th. So let me know, or don't let me know. You know, after that it'll be a little too late, but maybe I'll take that into account for 2025. So anyways, I hope you guys have a lovely, I think honestly this will be posted on Christmas, because Christmas is on a Wednesday and I post my videos on a Wednesday. So I guess if you celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a jolly holiday. And if you don't, I hope possibly you had the day off and you got to enjoy it. And if you didn't get to enjoy the day off, I'm sorry. I hope you got holiday pay. And I hope that if you didn't celebrate Christmas and you celebrate something else, I hope you are able to have a day off to celebrate your religious holiday or just your cultural holiday, whatever feels right in your bones. That's all I have to say. Now it's time for me to pack.